This is how I'm fitting the accessory throttle cable to a VanderVolt 250 e-bike. This is the accessory cable extension lead. What I've done so far is I've traced the actual cable where it is. I've taken all the cable guides off this part of the cable down here, this sausage looking stuff here. So I've taken all that off, that shielding. I've also taken off this casing that's on the front of the bike here, this casing here, this metal casing, which is held on by 4 Allen screws in each corner, and trace the cable back down from the tube there. It goes down through the tube, comes out here, and find out which one is in the connector block and disconnect this cable here. Now I'm locating which is the actual cable block. So now we've got the 4 connectors at the top here, got the main cable block. We find out which one it is, going all the way through, moving the cable backwards and forwards. It's this one, it's this block here. So what I'll now do is disconnect that and attach some wire to it. Okay, so I've disconnected the cable and I've attached a bit of electrical wire. So now when we pull it back through the frame tube, we'll be able to pull the new wire back through. Otherwise, that'll be a bit of a job to do. So just see if we can ease that through the frame. That's it, that comes through the frame there, so that's good. So now you can see this wire is now free. It goes into this block connector here and into these 4 connectors, which I'll now disconnect, which the new loom will connect into. Having disconnected the cable from underneath by the headlamp here, you've now got the new cable fittings, which are pretty simple and straightforward to go through. As you see, you've got male and female ones, so match up to these particular settings up here and do that. And then you've got a new yellow one for the throttle as well. And the existing yellow one here then connects to this wire that goes into the headlamp. I'll just connect that all up now. Right, I've done all the connectors up now. You'll notice that inside the connectors themselves there's a little pinhole that has to line up, which on the outside of the connectors, or the connectors, where we go, somewhere, there's 2 lines that have to line up. You line those up to push them in to make sure they go in properly in the waterproof connectors. So the next thing I've got to do is, I've got all those connected up, still got the throttle to go on, but then I've got the cable ready to thread down through the hole here, using the electric cable which I pulled through saved when I pulled through. So I'm just going to pull that through now. So I've pulled the electrical cable through all the way down to the bottom bracket there, and here it is. I just used the cable which I'd pulled through previously with some electrical tape around it just to make sure it didn't come off, and pulled it through. So now I've got to connect it to this connector here, making sure it lines up with those pinholes again and the markings on the side as before. There you have it. So cable ties around the wiring, ready to put it back in. I shall now place a cover with the 4 Allen bolts in each corner, and that shall be that part of the job done. Next, to fix the actual throttle assembly, we need to undo these Allen bolts on either end of the grip. I've already removed the end blocking cap already, so that's been done. So next I shall just undo those and remove them. Throttle assembly just slides onto the handlebars and it secures using the Allen key at the end of the grip here. You have to then just tighten it in position, making sure the cable can run correctly down to the connecting point down here. I'll now do that just to make sure it all works properly. Twist assembly assembled in position, everything's all connected up. Battery was removed while we did all the work on it and everything, so now that's all done and connected. We'll put the battery on and then we'll dial in the controls. So we've switched the bike on, and now we'll go to the control and we'll press both the up and arrow keys, and we've got now P1, sorry that's not good here. So then we press M again until we get to P10. Then we go up and down arrows. So 2 should be both power assist and throttle, I believe. So we'll leave it on there. Press the up and down arrows again, which will return the control panel back to 0, and test the bike.